Hello, how's it going? I'm Mari, and in about 3 months I'm going to be walking the Pacific Crest Trail. This video is going to be a little kind of just talk about what I'm doing to prepare. So I've never done a through hike like this before. The longest I've ever been on a backpacking trip is 4 days. So yeah, pretty different than just being out. Hey, plant. In the wilderness. So since I am a beginner, you know, please be nice with me. I'm sure there will be things that I do wrong or that I don't really know what I'm talking about, and I'll learn later. The videos after I do it will be much more informative because I'll actually know what I'm talking about, but this video might be good for any other first timers. It's like having a little conversation what I'm doing to get ready, and I'd be interested to see what you're doing to get ready too. I've been watching so many YouTube videos. And also real fast, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been commenting on my last video about PCT. That was like the first main one where I've talked about it. You guys have been leaving really nice comments, a lot of gear suggestions and just tips and things like that, which I super appreciate. And yeah, bring on all the tips. I'm super happy to learn everything I can and to get all your knowledge. So I'm making this video because honestly, the PCT is just like, I'm so excited about it, and it's just seems so daunting, and also it's just all I can think about right now. So making videos about it seems like a really good way to like get it out of my brain and into the world, and also have a conversation with you guys about it. So the first thing that I've been doing to prepare is research. I really enjoy research, and it's actually so exciting because I haven't been this excited to research a trip or an adventure since before the first time I ever went backpacking, as in travel backpacking. Before I ever did like a big travel backpacking trip, I had no idea what to expect, and I spent so much time on YouTube videos and researching and all of that. Hence also why I started this YouTube channel, so that I could share the information I learned with you guys, because I find this kind of information so valuable. So once I started traveling, I realized I just learned so much along the way, and I kind of stopped having to research so much before each trip because I knew what was going on, which I imagine is the same thing as through hiking. I think before I ever do it this time is going to be the most I ever research it, because I do think with anything you learn most just by doing it, and you learn what works for you and what gear you like and what you don't like, and you're never actually going to learn what you like and what you don't like by just reading it or seeing it. You're gonna have to actually use it and experience it to really know. So I completely understand that. It hasn't stopped me from researching though, so I do look forward to the day when I'm gonna actually be able to tell you with confidence some tips, but until then, you're just gonna come along for my adventure. So the ways that I've been researching: YouTube, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. I love YouTube. Highly recommend. But you guys already know that. I have found on Facebook there's a group for people that are doing the PCT this year, and that's been a really good way to connect with other people and just hear about what gear people are using and kind of go through there. So if you're not in it and you're doing the PCT this year, it might be something you want to check out. Instagram has been a super good resource as well. I just spend far too much time looking on Instagram at other people who have hiked the trail in the past, at gear companies. There's really just too much on there. You could spend so much time researching on Instagram. And then I've also been reading books. Through the Facebook group, there was someone in New Zealand who said she did the PCT last year, and she had this book and she was gonna give it to someone free if they just paid for shipping. So I was like, yes, I'll take it. It's Yogi's Pacific Crest Trail book. If you can see, there's a bunch of pages ripped out. The girl who had it before already ripped out the pages, but she gave them to me. It comes with all of these pages, and it's like everything you need to know about every town and every resupply and all the post offices and everything. And they're ripped out like this, so you can just take the sections that you need when you need them. And there's also these like laminated cards, which honestly I haven't gotten into these too much yet. I haven't really looked at them quite yet, but seems pretty good. It's a year old now, but I feel it has been really handy because you can research everything you want online, but it's actually really nice just having kind of all of the information in one place and in a book that you can just pick up and look at. yeah, so this book has been good. I read The Last Englishman. It's one man's journey on the PCT, and now I am reading Pacific Crest Trails, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. The next thing I've been preparing is money. Probably my least favorite thing to ever talk about is money, but it's very important. So last year I was working full-time in an office, which allowed me to save money. Now I don't work at that job anymore, but I've been doing freelance video work, and also I've been working for this hospitality recruitment agency, which has actually been so good. It's like a temp agency, but they only work for stuff in the hospitality industry. So I have worked on and off in restaurants and bars for way too many years, but this is really good because it's super flexible. They just like text and they're like, hey, here's a job. Do you want to work at this place at this time? And I can say yes or no, and there's no hard feelings if you say no. What I also like about doing hospitality work is that you're on your feet for long hours at a time, walking around, carrying heavy stuff. It actually seems like a really good through hiking preparation. It's also pretty cool because I'm working at a lot of different venues. So I did like a cricket match, I worked at the horse races. I'm gonna be working at like a concert next week, just kind of all different stuff. So if you're in Christchurch and you see me working at some random venue, say hi. So I've just been trying to make as much money as I can now, just so I don't have to worry about it when I'm on the trail. They say to budget about $1,000 a month while you're on the trail, and that's for all of your food resupplies and when you go to towns for accommodation and all of that, which seems like a lot. But you know, with any kind of travel, they always say bring half the amount of clothes you think and twice as much money. So I feel like that could probably also be very true for through hiking. The third thing that I've been doing to prepare, which is probably, I think, one of the most important ones, is getting physically fit. So I do a fair amount of hiking now, but a lot of them are just day hikes. They're not super long, and I don't go very fast. So I have realized that I really need to step up my game as far as physical fitness. There is this fitness program that I've started doing. I originally did it in 2015, so like 4 years ago. It's called the Bikini Body Guide. 4 years ago, it was just you pay a one-time fee and you get a PDF. And it's a 12-week program, and it goes through all these exercises you need to do for 12 weeks. And when I did it then, by the end of those 12 weeks, I was so fit. I've never been more fit in my life. I remember it was really hard. I've never had a lot of muscle definition or muscle tone. So I remember it was really good for me. So I thought, hey, I need something that's gonna get me in shape. Might as well do this again. Now the woman who started this has an app. I think it's called Sweat. So you might want to check it out. This is not sponsored at all. I just recommend it because it actually really worked for me. Yeah, so I'm doing that 12-week program, which the first week I did it, I completely realized how out of shape I was. After I did the legs day, I like could not walk for a week. I was just like, It made me realize how much I needed to be doing it, even though I thought I was relatively fit before I realized how unfit I actually was. And then on top of that, just trying to go on as many walks as possible. I'm someone that I love walking in general, like around town, or if I have errands to do, I always walk. But I'm trying to walk more and then do as many uphills and things like that as possible. But also I'm trying to do as much stretching as possible. I have a history with tight AT bands and some knee pain that I've gone to physical therapy before, so I know the correct exercises that I need to do. The other problem areas I have besides my knees, I have a bunion on one foot that's pretty painful, which it's not a fun thing to have. And I have flat feet. So I have custom orthotics that I've been working with a podiatrist to get kind of perfect and make sure my feet are happy. So there's still a few changes that are being made on those, but hopefully it makes it all good. I do have a couple of backpacking trips around New Zealand coming up, so that will be really good. And yeah, otherwise I'm just gonna keep trying to walk as much as possible and build as much muscle as possible. So that's my fitness plan. Hopefully it works. And then since I probably just am not gonna be walking those huge mileage days every day leading up, what some people recommend or some people do is they use the first couple weeks of the thru hike as kind of the training portion. So just taking those first couple weeks really slowly, not doing too many miles, just taking it easy. So I feel like maybe that's what I'm gonna end up doing. In general, I feel like I just don't want to push myself too hard in the beginning because that's when a lot of people get injured. So I'm completely on board with that method. Besides the physical aspect, the other most important thing that I have heard that you should be doing to prepare for your thru hike is training your mind. And apparently it's the one thing that a lot of people just forget to think about before they go on a walk. A lot of the other stuff seems obvious to do, but not a lot of people think that they need to prepare their mind. So I've been reading a book right now called Pacific Crest Trail, and it's all about how to mentally prepare for a thru hike. I have not finished it yet, but so far it has been really helpful and there are some good pointers in there. Apparently the mental aspect is a big reason why a lot of people stop their hike and they don't make it to the finish, because they just give up or they forget why they're doing it, or you know, just the suffering is not worth it. I think there's a lot of bad times along the trail. There's also a lot of amazing times, but the idea is that it's like a roller coaster. So you have to really have mental strength to get through the hard times in order to appreciate the good times. So I'm reading that book and I'm trying to really focus on that. I'll let you know how that goes. Stick with me. And gear. Gear is the one thing that I've been getting obsessive over, and I also hear from other people who've done the hike that it's like the one thing that you should not be obsessing over, because until you actually do it, you just don't know really what you're gonna want or what you will like, and a lot of people end up switching stuff out along the way. I completely understand that, but then it's also really hard because all of the gear is pretty expensive, and so when you're investing in this gear, I really want to make sure I'm making the right choice from the start as much as I can. I've been doing so much research on gear. I'm sure far way too much research. But the other struggle that I have is that since I'm in New Zealand now and I'm not going to be in the US till the beginning of April, and I'm getting most of my gear in the US, so it's cheaper there, and also that means I don't have to worry about carrying it from New Zealand to the US. So I won't really be able to interact and use the gear and do these shakedown hikes people do until just a couple weeks before my hike. So it's not ideal. Mostly I've just been looking at stuff online. But last weekend, Nick and I actually went to like all the outdoor shops in Christchurch, and we actually got to try on some backpacks, which is really fun. And yeah, we looked at a couple different models. Someone left in the comments on the last video about Arn backpacks in Christchurch. So we had to look at those, and Nick's actually pretty keen on using one of those. So we're going to look at more. The other thing I really want to try and get sooner than later is shoes, especially if I want to use a different kind of shoe than I already use. I have very narrow feet, so I have a hard time finding shoes that fit well. So I dread having to go to the shoe store and try on shoes because it just becomes a nightmare. I have to try on so many pairs. I feel like the salesperson always just ends up getting really frustrated because they have to like keep going back and forth with all these different kinds. Anyway, I just don't really enjoy the process. Trail running shoes are also so expensive in New Zealand compared to what you can get in the US that I don't know. And then the last thing that I'll have to do to prepare is move out of Christchurch. So that's a thing that's happening. Nick, my partner, and I, we rent an apartment here in Christchurch. The apartment came fully furnished, so actually that's really nice because we don't have to worry about furniture. We just have all of our stuff in it. I personally am going to try and get rid of as much of my stuff as possible. You know, get rid of anything that doesn't spark joy. Yeah, so we are gonna try and dial back our stuff. And then what we're gonna do is pretty much just load up all of our stuff into our van. I think it's just gonna be packed full of stuff. So whatever can fit in the van will be what we're keeping. It doesn't sound too stressful as of now. So those are all the ways that I am preparing for the Pacific Crest Trail. Let me know if there's anything really important that I have missed, because I still have time to get it going, hopefully. If you have any good tips or things, please let me know. I love to hear about them. I love talking about this stuff. It's like the main thing that's going through my brain all day, every day at this point. So, and it's gonna be such an adventure. And if any of you guys are doing it too, I'm so excited to see you guys out there. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to this channel for a lot more PCT. And I'll see you guys next time.